Hello and welcome to the Hawkeye's coverage of the Malek Terrace High School Executive ASB Elections 2014. I'm Nick from the Hawkeye and I welcome you to the 2014 ASB Historian Candidates Forum. This forum is brought to you by the Hawkeye, the student news source of Malek Terrace High School. Technical considerations are provided by HBN. There will be 4 topics on which candidates will answer questions. Each candidate will deliver a 2-minute opening statement prior to questioning. Candidates will have 1 minute to respond to each question. After each candidate has answered the question in the 1-minute segment, the 2 candidates will have 2 minutes for open dialogue about the topic. To end the forum, candidates will each deliver a 1-minute closing statement. Many people offered ideas for questions and topics through social media and other mediums, but the Hawkeye editorial board made the final decision on all questions and topics for the forum. Those are the rules. Let's begin. We now welcome the candidates for historian, Malek Qibaa and Nicki Bouche. We go first to opening statements. Decided by a random drawing prior to the forum, Malek Qibaa will go first. Mr. Qibaa, please make your opening statement.
Hi, I'm Malek Qibaa, and I'm a freshman at Malek Terrace High School, currently in the freshman ASB as a representative. And I want to be on the executive ASB because I think I have great leadership, and I think the best way to show my great leadership is to be on the executive ASB. And yeah.
Thank you. Ms. Bouche, please make your opening statement.
Hi, I'm Nicki Bouche, and I'm currently a junior at Malek Terrace and also on the junior ASB as a representative. And I think I would be great for historian because since I'm going to be a senior next year, I'll have a lot of knowledge about the school and what needs to be improved on and what I can do to help with that. And I love being in a position of leadership, but also in a group. I can work well in a group and contribute ideas. So yeah.
Our first topic is regarding advocacy. Mr. Qibaa will answer first. How will you represent the concerns and interests of the student body? You have 1 minute.
I'm an easy person to talk to. I'm very friendly, and if someone has a concern about the school or a problem, the first thing I'll do is go and talk, try to solve that problem for them. So, yeah.
Ms. Bouche, same question to you.
I think for advocating for the students, I would probably have more voting options instead of just a small group of 6 people decide things for the entire school. You know, I would give more options for the whole student body to decide. So obviously, you know, on even simple decisions like what they want their dances to be like or homecoming, just having the student body be able to vote. So it's more advocating for them rather than just a group of 6 people choosing for themselves. Yeah.
Now we'd like to give you 2 minutes to speak on the topic of advocacy. The floor is yours. Anything you'd like to add about the topic of advocacy or discuss?
I agree with what Malek said about talking more with the students and, you know, being easy to talk to and listening to their concerns.
Yeah, and I also completely agree with Nicki. Voting is a great thing to do. So.
Thank you.
Okay. Our next topic is regarding the mission of ASB. Ms. Bouche will answer first this time. What are the duties for this position and how will you execute them? What is your vision for the historian position? You have 1 minute.
I think the historian is really being organized, and you know, they collect all the notes during meetings from each class, and they have to stay on top of things. You know, they're really like the organization of the group, and they make sure everything goes smoothly. So you know, they keep a notebook of all the history of ASB decisions, meetings. You know, sometimes they take notes. So I think I could really help with that because I'm really good at organizing and I can stay on top of things.
Mr. Qibaa, same question to you.
Yeah, historians all about being organized and writing down the notes for every ASB meeting. And I'm a very organized person, and whenever anyone's going to need something from our past ASB meetings, anything we talk about, they can just come see me. I'll have it right away. And yeah,
Now we'd like to open it up to conversation about the mission and purpose of ASB at Malek Terrace High School. The floor is yours, candidates, for 2 minutes.
Okay, so I agree with what Malek said. We basically said the same thing about just being organized and keeping the past ASB decisions or meetings, keeping them in mind, and yeah.
So, and she said exactly she read my mind.
Our next topic is regarding activism. Mr. Qibaa will answer first. Does it concern you that many positions for executive ASB are unopposed? How will you increase participation in student government and student decisions? You have 1 minute.
Student participation, we gotta really encourage kids to get out there, because lots of kids they're scared to get out there. They're just to join clubs and speak their mind. They're just shy. You just gotta encourage them. You gotta be nice to them. You gotta get them out of their comfort zone, and that's something I think is very important. Getting people at Malek Terrace out of their comfort zone.
Okay, Ms. Bouche, same question to you.
Yeah, I think it is a little scary that some people are running unopposed this year. I think it would be great if we did encourage people to run for ASB and more show them what it is, because some people don't even know what ASB does or what the process is to run. So maybe get that out there more and encourage people to run and kind of show that ASB does really make a lot of decisions for the school, and show that if you're on ASB, you can really contribute and make the school, shape it the way you want to. So I think we should encourage them to run more.
Great. Now into the conversation about the topic of activism. Once again, you'll have 2 minutes to discuss activism at Malek Terrace High School.
Yeah, lots of kids around our school don't know what ASB is. They mostly don't know that ASB benefits them and us, like for our school proms, our senior years. Lots of kids don't know about that, so to encourage them to join ASB would be a good idea, yeah.
Maybe advertising more too.
Advertising more, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Our final topic for the forum is inclusivity at school. Ms. Boucher, you will answer first. How would you include as many students as possible in the decision-making process for ASB? How will you make sure that student voices are heard? You have 1 minute.
Like I said before, voting is a huge thing. We don't really have a lot of whole student body being allowed to vote on decisions, so I think putting that out there more for them to vote on before we make a decision. So when ASB has a decision to make, first we put it on a ballot, the choices, and then we give it out to the students. And when we get those results, then we can make our decision based off of those. So that would really put the interests of students and their voices more into ASB.
Mr. Qibaa, same question to you.
I think that one way that I would get the kids more involved in to stuff like this, when we have to make a decision, to make sure we do involve them in a way we can, as long as it's not something serious, we can, as executive ASB, we can ask around, ask kids what they think, and we can also, like Nicki said, put a ballot out there, vote about it, which is a great idea.
Once again, we'd like to give you 2 minutes to talk more broadly on the topic of inclusivity. The floor is yours for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think we agreed on the voting process. That's really the best way to get the students involved and really consider their point of views.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. That concludes our question and conversation portion of the forum. Candidates will now have 1 minute each to make a concluding statement. Ms. Boucher, please make your concluding statement first. You have 1 minute.
So I think historian would be a great position for me. I'm organized. I have great ideas about how to get the student body more involved. And like I said before, being a senior next year will really help because I've had 3 years of experience with the school, seeing what needs to be done, seeing what the processes are. So I think historian will be a great fit for me.
Mr. Qibaa, please make your concluding statement. You have 1 minute.
Like I said earlier, I'd like to be the historian here because I love the school. I want to make it a better place for all kids to come and enjoy it. And the best way I think to do that is to be on Executive ASB, and historian's perfect for me because I am organized and I think I can fit that role perfectly. So, yeah.
That concludes this forum. Thank you to the candidates and to HBN for technical considerations. Be sure to see all of the Hawkeyes coverage for ASB Executive Elections 2014 online at thehawkeye.org.